Good afternoon, everyone. Hi, Patrick.
Hello, welcome back.
Welcome back,
team.
guys.
Welcome community. Welcome followers. Happy to see you, everyone. Today we have a great session, but as usual, we have our risk disclaimer who will Fabio put in for a few seconds. So Fabio, let's go.
All right. Thank you, Patrick. So today we're going to talk about swing trading. We're going to show you some new things that we released today. And then we're going to look at earnings for the week. So we have GameStop happening after the bell. So in a few minutes, we have other important events like Adobe this week. We have Oracle that reported this week. So we're going to show you some cool stuff that you can do with the data. So I think, yeah, Patrick, what do you think? We can start from there, and then please send us any questions that you have on the comments, and we're going to try and reply to everyone before the end of the session.
I think you missed the best one for today. So did we have something to announce about the swing trading levels?
Absolutely, yes. So we have some new developments that we're going to announce. So the swing trading levels are now available within the bot. And I will show you how easy it is now to add them to the chart. Yeah, so very exciting.
Hey, Fabio, that's amazing. Come on, more happy.
I know.
Pre-Christmas. We have MBT futures, we have the swing levels, and also very, very soon the blind spot levels will be in the bot also. Man, it's pre-Christmas. So then
and thank
we will
you
get also very soon intraday levels, very, very soon. We're working on this. So Christmas is not yet, but we have pre-Christmas and you get your gift now.
Yeah, absolutely. And I want to thank also my team because we are not alone. So we have a big team behind that is doing this. So we have our CTO, our quants, our developers. So they've been really working around the clock to get this up and running as soon as possible. So I'm very excited. Infrastructure is solid. Everything is working perfectly. So again, a lot of work. Thank you for the team. And now you guys can now enjoy it very easily.
Okay, I would say let's start.
Let's start. So before we start and we show you what we did, I think we're going to spend a couple of seconds just going through the models, and then we're going to go into the platform. So what is the swing trading models? So basically, this is our first AI model that we have developed, and it's based on a mix of pricing data and option chain data. So like we're looking at Greeks, we're looking at gamma, delta, or the option Greeks, and we're looking at historical trends, and we're looking at a lot of different variables that are going into the model. And we are basically providing you with a 5-day and a 20-day kind of like price level, which is a volatility band, but we're also providing you with a directional bias. So we have like our upper band, which suggests a bearish bias, and you can recognize from the red color here. We have our lower band, which is our bullish bias. So we have the green here, and then we have a risk trigger. The risk trigger is the white line that you see here. We're going to go very soon into the bot, but basically the risk trigger is kind of like a reaction zone that could potentially be the start of a new trend, or it could also be a profit target that you might want to target. So if we go back into the platform, these are our swing trading levels, but let's go into the bot and let's go and see how easy it is to request them. So now, first of all, let's look at GameStop. It's reporting in a few minutes. If you guys have the news, please post it in the comment. But essentially, if I type in my swing command here, and let's go on the 5 days, I can type in GameStop, and I can see here what the model shows. So the model shows us this chart. We have our lower band. The data is still as of yesterday, so it's as of end of day yesterday. So we have our lower band of 2059 and our risk trigger of 2791. Here you can see also the swing model success rate. So let me just open it up right here. What we mean by success rate is meaning if the price over the next 5 days will stay within in this case, the lower band, or the upper band if it's there, and then the risk trigger. So if you see here we have a 97% success rate. So meaning that over the past 37 days, the price kind of in the next 5 days stayed within the range. Okay. So if we go back here, we can also look at our 20 days swing model. So we can type in our 20 days and we can type GME. We can see a similar picture. So those are the bands. Our lower band over the next 20 days is 16.93. Our risk trigger is 31.57. And this is kind of like the back testing. You can also go back in time. So you can also go back up to 5 days in the past by clicking on the arrow here. So here we can go back to the Friday's data. You can see how this has changed. We can go back to Thursday's data. So again, this is great, but it's everything is in a chart. So how can you then bring this data point directly into your trading view or into your application? So very easy. I now can type in my swing commands, and I can either type in my levels for a single stock right here. So I can get the code directly for our trading view indicator, or I can also type in our swing for a list. So in this case, I have GameStop, I have Oracle, I have Nvidia, SPX, and maybe Tesla, right? So I can type in my ticker. The code is already here, so we can copy that, and then we can go into our indicator. We already pre-calculate that, so we already did that. But essentially now this is on our chart. This is showing you the different levels or lower band. LB stands for lower band, RT stands for risk trigger, UB would stand for upper band. So here we have our different levels over the past 5 days. So why is 5 days? Because technically 5 days ago you could have had the level for end of business tomorrow. So they're still kind of valid in that sense. We can also do the same thing. And we want to look at Oracle because there was a big break today. So obviously there was the earnings. Yesterday we saw an 11% or more. I think it was 11.43%. Broken all the levels. Tomorrow we're going to have new levels here. But essentially we can actually go back into the bot and look at our swing model for Oracle. And I think we did that yesterday, Patrick, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, correct. We're doing this on Oracle, yeah.
Yeah, so this was the data that you would have got as of yesterday morning. So after the weekend, our lower band 134, our risk trigger 149. But if we go back to Friday, again, this would have been the level. So 150, 135, and now we are at 155 here, just after market close.
That's correct,
yeah. So now, very easy. We can get those very easily from the bot. Up and running in less a few minutes. We have our levels here. We can look at Nvidia. And here we have our kind of plan for the next few days right here.
Yeah, and again, if you're thinking like we are now in the middle of the range, something like this, simple and easy, draw your Fibonacci based on our Fibonacci principle, what we was teaching you in the MenthorQ Discord and in our libraries. So draw it out and then you can find it, and simple and easy concept for finding good entries, exits, and
yeah, very easy. And what we're doing here is applying, technical analysis with option data. So like not only the daily levels, but also the swing trading levels, which are more for longer term. All right. Let's see if we have any questions.
Yeah, if you typed in now your question, but I think, Fabio, it's also good to go back to GameStop into the swing trading model, the 5-day, what you was showing us from GameStop. So yeah. only for you to see this. It's really cool to see how successful our HI model is. Please open this again to that we can see it again. I think a 94% success rate to 97%. That's huge.
Yeah.
And maybe you can say something about how we measure our success rate, what data we have for backtest at the moment, how long we looking back. But I say a success rate like this as a swing trader, amazing. And this is worth to speak again about this.
Yeah. So basically, like what we measure, so we're going back in this case 37 trading days. So it's about just over 2 months of data. We released the swing model on July 16th. So obviously, we're still building out history. So over the next few weeks, few months, we're going to have more and more history coming through. And we're also working on getting 5 years, 10 years of history as well. So that's like part of the project. But as a tool, what does success mean? So success means that if you're looking at the lower band today, in 5 days time, so 5 trading days, is the price of GameStop above the lower band or not? If the price is above the lower band, then for us that is considered success, because think about the swing trading model, similar to our 1-day move indicator, is a volatility band. So you want to understand where the price can move in the time frame, because that can help you first understand the direction, second understand where you could potentially place your stop losses and your profit targets, right? With the swing model, we also added a directional bias. So by looking at different variables, we're looking at the potential direction of the stock, right? So if you have a lower band and a green arrow, then potentially the trend could be an uptrend. If you have an upper band, like for example, if we go back here and we look at the QQQ and we look at the 5 days, right now we are on a sort of like a downtrend. So we have an upper band here. So these would be the levels for QQQ.
Yeah.
And again, we can go back in our chart and we can type them here. And now you are going to see the levels right here. So you see the upper band here. We had an upper band on the 6th. So last Friday also was the same. So we can go back in time and look at Friday. So we see like our upper band was at 464 and our risk trigger was at 432. So another thing that you want to look is combining this with our traditional models, right? So we want to look always at our net checks. So we can do GameStop. So as you can see, a lot of green bars, a lot of wide green bars. So we have a lot of like call positioning or net call positioning on these strikes, 24.5, 30. So we have our core resistance at 30, our put support at 15, and then our high vol level at 19.5. Okay. We can also go back in time and see how this has changed over time, going back for the past 5 days. We can also look at our skew. And see how that has changed. So also the skew is telling us that the implied volatility of calls in this case is way more expensive than the implied volatility of puts, right? So again, data that you can use to formulate your thesis, looking at events, and then obviously waiting for the catalyst to happen and see how you can position yourself.
And I think, Fabio, this is also really important to use the main chart for GameStop. Maybe you will look into the main chart for a minute. Because personally, what I really like to see is the implied volatility versus the history volatility. So we have the red band, we have the white band. So if the implied volatility is higher than the high volatility, of course, we have earnings now ahead. The market was crazy. There's no wondering that we have more implied volatility than history volatility. But also, it's always a good way to look into net checks and net decks. So if we are below zero, so if we are positive in both side and both direction, or if someone is positive and the other is negative, so that we have different signs. So this is something what is really powerful to watch every day, to measure the implied volatility versus the history volatility and net checks versus net decks. So this is something what's really important to see in a really way like this.
Yeah, and I also think you can also look at this data directly into the matrix. So if you open the matrix, you can see also the change in jacks and the change in DAX over the past day. So as you can see, and you can also see, for example, the expiring jacks. So there's a lot of jacks expiring this Friday, 36%, and there is 15% of open interest also expiring this Friday. So very important data to look for. And then again, we can compare that to the past. So
yeah, and just wait a second. Can you open the options matrix again? Because we was champs. Remember when we was having the swing event for Nvidia, where we was speaking about swing trading with Nvidia earnings. Then we was saying also to you, looking to the options matrix, looking also for the analyst targets. And now I think it's really critical to look into the expiration date, 10/18 and 1/17. So this will be, of course, it's a little bit far away, but I won't measure this if as a swing trader, if we see some change in this. Will be this change more positive or will it change more negative? This is something as a swing trader, what I would really looking closely on it. And also, I will look into this if the call resistance put support high wall level and the expected move are changed on this expiration dates. This is really important for you as a swing trader.
yeah, absolutely. And we can look at multiple expirations. So we can look at, for example, Friday. We can look at the next Friday. We can look at the next monthly on October 18. And we can also look at the January. So this is one of the second highest jacks is in January 17, right? So again, we can show that. And we can also look at how this has changed over the past few days. So go back in the past, right?
And I think we have some questions.
Yeah.
Drew Hawks, Christmas is here in September. I remember we get all the nice Santa Claus rallies, they're beginning in September. So we have now the Santa Claus rallies will be starting. So it's a season where we have the craziest move in the stocks. So really take a look into this. Christmas rally will be start now. The season is starting.
Yeah.
Yep.
So could you show the bot command again and explain what risk trigger means? Absolutely. So if we go on the bot and we type in our keyword, just type in swing. So you get 4 commands right here. The first 2 are just the chart. So if you want to like look at the chart, the 5-day and 20 days, I can type this in and let's look at Adobe, another important earning release for this week. So here we type in our Adobe chart and we can click here. And to show what this means, so every day we provide you with 2 volatility bands. One has the direction, in this case, the lower band and the green color. The other one is kind of like, we call it risk trigger because it can be a reaction zone, but it could also be a very big volatility level. So if we see a break in the risk trigger, sometimes we really see the start of a new trend. That's why we call it risk trigger, because it could really be a trigger point for a potential movement, or it could also be a very important level for potential take profit, stop loss target, and so on. So here to bring on the chart, you can just, again, let's watch it again. Swing 5 days or 20 days. Type in the ticker, and then we have the chart here. And then by clicking on the arrow back, you can go back up to 5 days. If you want the levels, very easy. We type in swing again, and then we have 2 options. One is swing levels, and the description would tell you what this is. So swing levels is really the levels for a single company. So in this case, I would type in my ticker, I would copy my levels, I would put them onto TradingView, but then we also have our levels for a list of companies. So simply by clicking list, I can click on my tickers again. Just type in the tickers, and then you get your levels, simply copy them into the chart, and then now you have them right here.
Yeah, Tristan. As you know, it's really simple and easy. So we make it, we're making the data, we bring the data to you in a simple and easy way. So this is the main target for us. Bring you complex data in a simple way to you that you can use it. And yeah.
And then the cool thing is that you can also combine our gamma levels with your swing levels. So right now you can bring in our gamma levels. So we can go back here, open a new indicator, and now we can go on Adobe, and now we have our gamma levels with our swing levels right here. And if you don't want to see the swing level, you can just hide them. Or if you don't want to see the gamma level, you can just hide it as well.
And in few days, you can add also the blind spot levels. So then you have the swing trading levels, you have the gamma levels, you have the blind spot levels, you have the everything what it needs. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's see if there's any movement here. Nothing yet. We have the news, so we're not going to look at that right now, but let's see if we have more questions. Okay, so yeah, so Drew, in the chart right now we are plotting the 5 days. Yeah, in TradingView, just because they are more meaningful in terms of time. So they're going to be, you know, easy to use for the next 5 days. Potentially, we're also going to have the 20 days. Yes. Thank you, Tristan. Yes, it's very powerful and it's amazing. Yeah, the team did a great work.
Yes, useful.
All right, then let's look at how can you also analyze companies. On top of what we have here, if you go to our website, just to remind you, we also have our option screeners. So within our account, and more stuff is always going to translate to the website. So we're going to have more and more data coming to the website in the next few months. But essentially, what we have in our screeners is our gamma screeners, our gamma level screeners, our open interest screeners, volatility, volume, and so on. So for example, let's say you're looking for companies that could have a potential move, but are currently in a low volatility environment. We can look at our IV rank score. So we see some interesting names that typically are very volatile, like Reddit, I was looking at it today, or WMT that have a very low IV rank, but we can also, for example, look at highest open interest. So here we have our screener. So we see a lot of open interest on NVIDIA coming back. We have our SPY, our Apple, Tesla, as always. Then we can also come on our unusual option activity, right? So again, we saw a lot of activity on Oracle, Palantir. It's going to be included in the indices, SMCI, Carvana. Again, every morning you can wake up with a list of stocks that you can look to analyze. And then again, we can go back to our screeners and look, for example, so let's say we look at Palantir. Oh, there's a lot of activity on Palantir. Let's look at the swing model on Palantir. And again, this one was a good one too, because if we go back 4 or 5 days ago, here we had on the 4th, we had our lower band on 28, our risk trigger at 32, and now we can go back on the chart and look at Palantir, and then we see our levels here that were broken yesterday and today.
Yeah.
Yes, true. And this is only the beginning. So we're going to have some really new cool things over the next few months, and we're going to have intraday data coming in November, new integrations. So yeah, stay tuned. We're developing more and more stuff for sure.
But again, So we listen to you as a community, and we need also your feedback as community. So what you want to see,
Yeah.
what you want have. So we have in our Discord the menu where you can have new ideas. So put in your ideas. So whatever you miss, write something down. We look into this. If we can make this happen, we discuss this with the team. If this is possible to add this. But I think, Fabio, maybe it's the right time now to speak about a little bit about the roadmap. You was talking about the levels. So we get intraday, but this is very cool. All the people want this. But I think we can also speak about developing some app, correct?
Yeah, so we are looking into, so as you see here, we already started building some of our data. So obviously, our data right now is on Discord, but obviously there are challenges with the platform on how you want to use the data, the customer, how customizable it is, what are the things that you can do. So we are really starting to developing everything into like a web application. So the screeners are the first piece. Soon we're going to start building all our charts and models within the app. So obviously it's going to take us a few months still, but that is coming. Integrating all the data into the app, being able to have it at your fingertips, that's the key for us. The second step, Patrick, is really, again, we're going to come up with real-time levels, right? So intraday levels. So the last thing we want to do is for you as a user to have to copy and paste and go into the platform and having like a long time because the market reacts very fast. So what we're doing is we're building integrations with 4 or 5 different platforms so that you are going to have the levels automatically updated. With TradingView, there is some challenges that we're trying to overcome, so we'll keep you guys posted, but we are also really focused on that as well. So we are talking with the TradingView team to be able to come up with the tool that we can do where levels will be automatically updated as they come in. And then, yes, intraday data, intraday models. Yeah.
And also the platforms, yes?
Yeah, platforms. So right now, if we look at our integration here, we have 4 platforms. So we have TradingView, of course. We have NinjaTrader, we have Sierra Chart, that are already live, and we have MetaTrader. We are going to add Quantower, Atas, and Bookmap. So again, we are working with this, and then obviously there's others that we are looking into, but they are a bit more challenging. I think of Swim, Trade08. We have made MotiveWave. Some of the users are asking for that, so we will look into it. But the first ones that we're going to develop are those. So Atas, Quantower, Bookmap, and update our NinjaTrader and Sierra Chart.
Yeah, and also, I think, Fabio, some people asking about RIX levels. We're getting this question every single day. Is there something on the road also?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, the VIX levels, we're going to have those. Not immediately like the swing. We're still working on an algorithm for those, but yes, that's part of the roadmap as well.
Perfect. So I think until we get Christmas, so we have something on the roadmap, we have something to present to you, we have something gift, and also not long, there's Black Friday. So yeah, I think Black Friday will be also very, very powerful.
Yes.
We will deliver as usual. I would say over delivering.
Yeah. So we are
But
targeting Black Friday for our intraday levels release. So again, it's not far off. It's only a couple of months away, but team is working around the clock, so we'll make it happen.
yeah.
And
also
then,
we're growing on the Discord, so don't forget this, friends. So we're getting more and more members who are joining us. We have more and more subscribers who enjoy our tools. So this meaning also that our community is growing. So we have more and more activity in the trading chat. We can say now we have a day trading room. So if you're looking also for and trading community where you can talk with other traders, where you can have also professional traders who will help you. That's there, yes, of course, but I'm really liking the community stuff. So where we have the trading chat, Fabio, where the community is talking to each other, and this is really high quality what they're talking about. So I feel like Chester Ming is also doing a really great job with the moderation. A big shout out to you, Tim. Highly appreciate what you're doing. Also, Jason, he was presenting to us today in the premium some MQ morning prep document. Amazing job. Everyone can download this. It's in the premium chat. It's also in the premium chat, Fabio, as PDF. Yep, here we go. We have it. Amazing. So I will say big shout out also to our community members. You're doing an amazing job. You help each other. We grow together, and that's amazing. That's the team spirit, and I love to see it.
And I think another important part, I think, Patrick, we studied this week is mental risk or like mindset, because trading is also, obviously data is important, but also like your emotions. So the way you are dealing with emotions, the way you are approaching events. So I think is important. So we're going to provide more and more content, motivational, about the psychological aspect, any risk that could arise. So like if there are certain risks in the market, our team will also be sharing those in this chat. So yeah, stay tuned there because more and more to come.
Yeah. So one example from the mental risk. I will write an article. I think it will be released tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. Because I get the questions always when I work with people in a mentorship. So they're asking me, hey, Patrick, what time frame should I use? They're asking me about other strategies. Should I use this? What indicator I should add? Bam, bam, bam. All the questions. Completely normal. But I ask them always, hey, what if your trading strategy is very well and you don't know it? What if it's maybe not your trading strategy? What if it's maybe not the time frame where you're trading with? What if it's maybe your mental state where you are? What if you have so much pressure because of money, your private life, something goes wrong? What if other thing has happened, but your trading strategy is very good? Because if you was able to take few times good wins, then there is something what works very well on your side. But you have to figure it out and take out what not working and ask yourself the what if question. And this is something we're also working on. I'll write an article about this to bring this in. So yeah, it will be very powerful also.
Yeah, great stuff. And then I think we have a very good question from Drew. Education on the main website and how you utilize this. So again, yes, education is really supporting the data that we provide, right? So it's all about education. It's all about content that you can use. So the first step is once you log in, click on our guides, and you have access to about, I think it's almost 150 documents that we provided. So again, if you want to learn more about our products, about, for example, if you are a futures trader, hey, we created a blueprint. How can you use future trading with MenthorQ? If you're a zero DTE trader, what are zero DTE options? So let's say that you're new to the market and you, hey, hear everybody talking about zero DTEs, right? What are they? Okay, click on the link, look at the guide, and then, okay, what are the trading strategies that I can use on zero DTEs, right? So you could do scalping, credit spreads, iron condor. What if you want to learn about MenthorQ zero DTE data, right? So come here, come to zero DTE levels, and then you have our zero DTE guide here, right here. So the guides is the first step, very important. We have everything here. You want to learn about our integration, Sierra chart, we have a document, NinjaTrader. You want to learn about strategies. So let's say that everybody talks about, again, iron condor, we have a room for that. what is an iron condor? We have it here. So just simply come here, look at all this. We took a lot of time to put this together, and then let's go back. Then we have our academy. So if you are a free member, you get access to all the free courses. So there's about over 10 of those. So you can access our webinars. How can you trade with MenthorQ? You can look at our swing trading model. So this is a course that you guys can access if you want to learn more about the model. So here we have a few different lessons. And then we have also our advanced trading model. So one of the things that we have is our daily calls with our traders, Team, Doc, and Punk, every day live at 8 a.m. If you are a premium member, you can access the live. If not, you can come here and watch the recording session. We also have our 6 a.m. club with Patrick. So I think, Patrick, if I go here, we have 27 lessons of you waking up at 6 a.m. and showing how to create a roadmap, how to look at the future market, and so on. So everything is available here.
How much session we have? 27?
I think I counted 27, yes.
Oh, so I think we missed 3 sessions. So I like to have round numbers, and trading round numbers are very important. So I will say we have now the swing trading model. They are now live. Maybe we will announce 3 swing trading 6 a.m. morning clubs, exclusive for the premium members, 3, so to make the 30 full. I like round numbers. Yeah, stay tuned. We will take your update if we start the 6 a.m. morning club for 3 sessions only for swing traders in the premium.
Yeah, and if you want to learn about gamma levels, blind spots, so tomorrow we have our live sessions. If you come to our YouTube, tomorrow we're going to have a live session on blind spots. But if you don't know what they are, again, sign up for free. You get the free course here, and you can learn more about it.
Yep. Yeah, no, client, I know everyone wants the 6 a.m. morning club back. So, yeah, maybe we will announce something.
We can't unleash you all at once, Patrick.
Yeah.
All right. Any question, guys? I think let's go back to our chart. See what happens here. All right. Keep monitoring those. Again, we're going to talk more about it in the next few sessions, but I think, I don't know if there's any, one other thing that maybe we should mention, Patrick, that we now have is Bitcoin futures data. So yes, now we have gamma levels on Bitcoin futures. So here, they were released today as well. We're also going to have blind spots on Bitcoin futures as well. And then soon we're actually going to have the crypto data coming from actually the crypto exchange. So again, these are the futures. And then, yes, here is the level. So today we see good respect of the core resistance is becoming a big reaction zone. Also the JAX1 level. And then we have our put support here.
Yep. And I think if I remember in the morning session, we was drawing our roadmap and say, okay, let's map it out from call resistance to JAX1 and one day min to put support or something like this. If I remember, so I'm an old guy, sorry, 40 years old, trading more than 20 years, so I have gray hair. So I think we was talking about this, and yeah, we was doing a great job as usual.
Yeah.
And it works out perfectly.
Yeah. Yeah. And then if we hide the indicator. Yeah. Blind spots on the bot, probably this week, Drew. The team is finishing up. We should have them by the end of the week for sure. Hopefully by tomorrow, but we don't want to push it too much. But yes, definitely by the end of the week.
So the only way how you can push it, open 10 support tickets. Every member open a support ticket and stress out Fabio. Come on. Then he would say, come on, let's do it. I don't want any more support questions about this.
That's a good way, actually. Yeah.
Then he will kick as the developer. Say, man, you have to do it now. Come on. Do you think about how I am in trouble with the support? Come on.
Yeah. No, but they're almost done. They will be there. Yeah.
And will be the blind spot levels on all tickers?
Not at the beginning, but the goal is that by the next release, we're going to have, yes, blind spots on all tickers as well. So within the platform, you're going to have the ability to have the blind spots, the gamma levels intraday data, the swing level, and then the VIX level. So then you can combine all of that into one kind of like analysis, and then you can get the power of multiple data sources in one chart, which I think is very powerful.
And the good thing, you have no more to wait until Fabio or me are posting this, or Fabio and me, we posting this twice and we confuse you. So it's already then in the bot.
Yes, absolutely. Well, the good thing is for our NinjaTrader and Sierra Chart users, the blind spots are already in the file. So for those who are using the platforms, blind spots are already there. So within your morning file that you download from here, the blind spots are already embedded there. So you don't have to do anything. They'll be already uploaded there. The other thing, and then I'm going to give some more things, that we're going to have conversion levels on NinjaTrader and Sierra Chart as well, as we do for TradingView. So those are also coming. NinjaTrader is almost ready. Sierra Chart, we're still working on it, but those will be coming too. So being able to come in the indicator, similar to what you do on TradingView, and going here and converting levels to a different ticker. So that's coming to Ninja, to Sierra, and then also on the other platform that we're going to have.
Amazing. Yeah.
Any other questions?
Yeah, and by the way, I see client you was writing something about the 6 a.m. morning club, that you was learning a lot of this. So if you be really smart, so you can go in our live sessions, you can scroll down and then you see a Brevo link where you can book 20 minutes call with me one-to-one. So you get 20 minutes of my time. You get a private session with me. So you can book your personally 6 a.m. morning club with me for 20 minutes. So only if you be smart, you will book this to get your private 6 a.m. morning club. So only
Yes.
as a small note.
Yes. So now you're going to have a lot of requests, Patrick.
Yeah. So I will open more slots for you. No worries.
All right. Any other question? Let's see. Thank you, Drew. Early Christmas, yes. All right. So if you guys want to see what we do, this is our website. If you have any questions, you can join, create an account. You can join our Discord. You can find our live session. You can book a meeting with Patrick right here. So if you come to your free channel, your link will be here. And then if you have any questions on the models, the data, you can come all the way up here. If you go back to our website, MenthorQ.com, you can look at our products. Here is all the models that you're going to have in the Discord. Here we have our swing trading model, our one-day expected move, our option screeners. So all the things that you can find there will be listed here, and there's documentation on those as well. So we have gamma levels on stocks, on futures, crypto, everything is there.
Yeah,
right.
And as you know, when the celebrities came to the Oscars, they're giving a shout out to everyone. Before we close, so I wouldn't use 1 minute to also say thank you to our community man champs, everyone, every single member who's active daily. Man, you're doing a great job. Also, Fabio, I will thank you in name of the community. You're doing also a really nice job.
Thank
You
you,
be the heat of the support. You answer every question in less than 1 hour. I have the feeling you're not sleeping. I think if you wake up, the first thing what you're doing is not drinking the espresso, looking to your smartphone and see if there's a support ticket. Amazing.
Yes.
And also, as Fabio saying to our developer team, hey champs, I love you so much. You're doing amazing job, but we will give you pressure. I will promise to you, we have so much ideas in our mind, so there will be something for you.
Yes.
And yes, and also to all the other people who are in the background. Yeah, amazing what you're doing. And also, I will say a big shout out to our Twitter guy. So we have also speaking about our Twitter channel. So MenthorQ Research, where you're posting every day crazy content.
Yes.
And sometimes I'm thinking like, oh man, it's like you're getting a course every single day. He's speaking about everything. It's crazy. So yeah, big shout out MentorQ Research on this. Yeah, and the celebrities will say, hey, mommy, daddy, but no, I will not doing this. So community is family. So thank you, my friends.
Yeah, and thank you, Patrick, for everything that you do. I think you have been a great addition to the team. We have amazing traders. We have Tim, we have Doc, we have Punk, we have Bart, and then you and Steve have added a lot of value, especially on the future side. And then I really thank you for all this live, because we are really showing you how you, with your experience, are actually putting the data and the levels into practice. So the roadmap, the concept, the live session, the 6 a.m. club, I think the feedback was awesome, really helpful for the people. So thank you again for doing that. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, Robot Trade Live. You get the last question. Let's go.
Do you use the levels of the day in overnight trading? So the levels on stocks, indices, and ETFs update after the market close. The futures level update by 11 p.m. Eastern. So you can use those levels also for overnight if you want to, yes.
Yeah, and what I was seeing most of the time is I changing my levels at 6 a.m. in the morning because in the Asia session and most of the time in the London session, the levels from yesterday, they was working very well also. And then before the market starts or 6 a.m., I will change the levels. But most of the time they're working perfect overnight. Yeah.
Yeah. Great. All right. Any other question, guys? I think that's it. So as always, if you want to learn more about MentorQ, this is our website. If you want to ask questions, if you want to have a session with Patrick, you can send us an email. We can send you the link. Send us here. And for those, all of you that watch live, 1,000 people connected with us, really appreciate your help. Thank you so much for being with us. We want to reward you with our coupon code, which is live25. which will give you a 25% discount on all our product. We really appreciate your time spending with us. I hope it was really useful. We showed you some really interesting stuff that can help you in your trading journey. So really happy for that. And thank you for spending time with us.
Yeah, and as usual, if you appreciate our time, we deliver you some golden nuggets. You go straight away without the coupon code LIVE25. You will pay the full price. We will highly appreciate this, of course, as usual. But we appreciate more. So if you give us a like on YouTube, if you follow us, if you write a comment, what you was learning, so have some interaction on YouTube. This help us to become more visible, to help more other traders. And also we have the member success room. So I can say it again. If you listen now here in our live session and you be already a member, hey, there's every day something what you can post in the member success. Member success means also if you was taking some losses, but you was managed the losses very well. This is also a success because you was not blowing up your account because you was managed this today very well. It's not doesn't mean member success is only posting your profits. It's also posting your losses, what you was doing well with your losses. So there's no right, there's no wrong. What means success? Yeah, and we highly appreciate this to read your story. And I will say, you will see us tomorrow, 9:15. We have the kickoff.
Yeah.
And yeah, so happy to see you tomorrow, everyone.
Thank you. See you guys. Have a good evening.
Bye.
Bye, Patrick.